Hello, everybody. It is Ant-Man 1793, Ant, and I am bringing you your requested Kyogre grading draft school system. We are going to school. Me, Ant-Man, I am your teacher, and you guys are the students. You are bringing me your test scores, your drafts, and I, the lovely teacher, am grading you. We are going over 5 different pieces, and I will try to go over them as quickly as possible, but try to give at least 1 to 2 examples if something is brought up. But it's kind of a checkmark system here. We're looking for A's, B's are okay, and C's still get degrees here if you're knowing what you're doing. So that's what we're looking for here. Again, 5 titles, 5 categories that I'm going to judge you on in your draft to be as objectifiable as possible. You got offense, your hard sweepers, and your, setups, and it's like general offense, not just how big your stat is. Same thing goes for defense, not just how big your stat is. We want to see a little defensive, nice cores coming in. Roll compression. Can your Mon fit a lot of extra things on your draft and have the availability to do so? Now, when we go down to matchup versatility, that's what the VERS stands for, versatility. We have, does everything kind of sync together? Offense and defense are kind of objectively separate from this one. Like, if you have good offense and the shit looks good, then it's good offense. But the matchup versatility kind of averages those 2 scores in a sense. Like, does your defense complement the offense and vice versa, so you can take out the weaknesses and the threats that may come across you, and you go across them. Speed is kind of self-explanatory as well. You got speed control, or you got fast mons, or someone stuck being a scarfer 24/7 because you're not that fast. But so that is our grading system, and here is our students. I have the notes. I am ready because a teacher is always prepared. Now, a quick thing before I start. Did anyone bring me an apple? An apple a day keeps a teacher happy, or however the saying goes. So, with that, I have up first, and I'm going to get close and personal with you guys. Up first, we have Inversify. I'm going by coaches because I did not write teams. Apologies. Inversify, I think, off the board, has a great offensive pressure with Huron Black and Abomasnow. And I'm completely not even going to mention Mega Starmie because we were glazing Mega Starmie earlier. So, shit's looking good for offense. Defense. Now, the only thing I want to say here is your only ghost switch for Mega Starmie is Mandibuzz, and most ghost types can deal with Mandibuzz. But that's a little bit to matchup versatility. Your Pokemon himself actually look like they're handling each other. Like, you have the good walls and everything. And this is a good example of the Pokemon matter more than the stats, because you got stamina on Mudsdale, you got clear body on Tentacruel. I mean, I'm not sure how much that works, how much that makes a difference, but point made. Now, roll compression. Now, I'm actually a little scared to say, depending on your actual matchup, you have great mods, and this dude always does great shit with his things. But it's scary to say that it might be a little locked into what they do, because I doubt that Tinkaton always wants to be setting stealth rocks. And so that leaves Mudsdale being your only true rocker, and that means every time you see Mudsdale, I'm pretty sure you're gonna always see rocks on him. I mean, it's a pretty bold assumption, but I'm just throwing shit out there. Same thing with your hazard removals. It's not like you ever want to bring Rapid Spin on Starmie, unless you can scout out some Scarfers or be prepared for that. But I'm a little worried about the roll composition, so I'm going to dump the roll composition down to, not roll composition, roll compression down to B. And when we move up to matchup versatility, this is again now where I bring up the ghost weakness and the rounding off of each other. Like, they do round off of each other, but you're going to have to be picky. You're going to have to be picky on who you bring to the table and who you bring to the board, so I'm going to have to give that one another B. The good example, again, it's my only example to say, really, but it's the Mandibuzz ghost coverage. They do have an Acrobatics Roaring Moon out there that can learn Earthquake, and so your team could also get kind of dismantled by a Roaring, an Acrobatics Earthquake combination. I mean, that's again being picky, but like, hey, we out here. Now for speed, I like the speed. I'm not going to comment on the speed because I don't want him to think I'm roasting him too hard. Cool Eli. I didn't even fucking average him. So, Inversify averages out at an A-. Couple B's in there. To get the perfect A score, you're gonna have to have all A's. That's all I'm saying. The teachers here are a little picky when we're giving shit out. That's all I gotta say. Okay. So, again, offense is good. Nothing to complain there. Defense is where I have some issues because this is like a half and half scenario. Like, kind of with offense where you have split attackers, you got to have a good physical and a good special presence on each side. Same thing with defense. You got to have a good special presence and a good defensive presence. You, my friend, have Rotom Wash and Mega Scissor as like the only guys that have enough bulk on the special side to call that, like usable in any sense. So, just on the paper, on the things, we are going to give your defense a B because that's average. You got the physical side down, but you need to get the special side down. I can bring Mega Alakazam into you beautifully. Roll compression. Now, then this kind of goes into roll compression for this team, where depending on your matchup, you're going to have some really tough choices on who to fucking put shit somewhere. You do have options. So now I'm kind of like torn. Do I just give him the B+ or the A-? Because when we take a peek at your moves, you're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good. So, as much as I want to say you have very good utility in your Pokemon, it again kind of the same thing. You're gonna have picky and choosy on who you're bringing. Now, along with matchup versatility, it's kind of the same thing for the roll compression, where you have some good stuff. Like, just off the bat, you have a lot of rockers and you have a lot of defoggers. Does everyone want to come with those moves? Absolutely not. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that can do hazard removal, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that can do hazards. So half of your draft can do it. So on that note, I'm giving you the A. Speed, you're a little slow, but you got access to the Scarfs and Quark Drive. You're nifty with the speed, but you're lacking here. You're lacking here. So with that, I'm gonna have to give you the A-. I apologize, Cool. You look like you have a decent team. But, yeah. Now we're at Strokfish. Offense. Kind of self-explanatory and checks off. We got some good shit. We got the physical attackers, got setup sweepers, and we got some special presents. We love it all. Same thing around. This one is definitely another one where it is the Pokemon that matter, less the stats, because it doesn't really feel like it's all of that bulk. But the Pokemon themselves have good Terra Shell, Regenerator, Mummy to destroy their other abilities to like shut shit down. Like it's a good composition all around. So like I can't deny that fact. So now we're getting to roll compression, and I'm just gonna like this one. This one's another one where I kind of just like the overall. We got some good stuff all over the board. Might be a little locked here or there, just because again we don't want to just be giving stealth rocks to all of these people, but because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we got 5. Half the draft again that can do shit. It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. I guess I'm giving you the A as well. 3 A's in a row. We're looking pretty good, Strokfish. All right. Next up is match versatility. Now, this is a good point to bring up here, even though I made the note about the acrobatics Roaring Moon. What was undrafted in Kyogre was Tornadus Therian, and a lot of people with the flying weakness, it is almost more acceptable. Like I can almost ignore it because some of the scary guys aren't even drafted. And with that note that it is an acrobatic Roaring Moon that can still do some shit, it's not to be ignored completely, but if you have an answer, you have an answer. Now, in this case, he doesn't really have an answer because Roaring Moon does learn Earthquake, and Bisharp is not really the perfect frickin' answer for a Roaring Moon. He does have Fairy with screen support and everything, but I'm a little worried about the whole like ice and water weakness. Or almost an ice and water weakness. The only two people, or a fire weakness. The only two that really resists fire is Delphox and Garchomp, and neither of those want to walk into a fucking water type move. So I'm babbling, but I'm gonna give matchup versatility a B. Speed's pretty good. A little slow, but also a little fast. I'm gonna go with the B. Averaging you out, A-. All right, Inker 2. See, this is where it is a great example. Well, okay, getting ahead of myself. Offense. Everyone's drafting offense. Everyone knows how to draft the offense, so I can't, honestly, I'm not going to complain too hard. I have to admit, actually, that your physical side is kind of lacking the real breaker and sweeping potential without the necessary things on the field, but, yeah. I'm actually going to have to give offense the B here. Defense is as well the same. It's a little lackluster, and it's a disgusting ground weakness. And your only Pokemon that can help with mitigate that is Cresselia, and that's not even like the best ground answer because most ground Pokemon can hit Cresselia neutrally, so you're gonna have to like figure that shit out. So defense goes to a B. Your roll compression is quite interesting as well to say, because the only hazard removal that you have is Coco, and you don't really want to bring defog on Coco. So I think I would recommend changing that somehow to someone else. Wild that Glimmet doesn't even get Rapid Spin. You do have all the like entry hazards though, and maybe you made that mistake that you thought Glimmet got Rapid Spin, and I'll actually give you that. Like I thought that shit too. So this one's gonna be a tight, and then the people having to go, yeah, like this one's gonna be tight. I'm gonna have to give that one the C. Matchup versatility is also quite questionable. In the terms exactly as I was saying of like that, like your defensive backbone cannot support your attackers in the least bit. Like no one can eat earthquakes at all, and if you carry the momentum, that's fine, and you never let them hit earthquake, that's one thing. But like once they hit earthquake, your team's crumbling. Your team's crumbling. So that sadly also a C. Your speed. Now that's the only thing I'm going to give you an A on, because you got really fast Pokemon. All of them have access to Scarfs, so you can have the option. And yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that all around. So what we are looking at I'm trying to think so hard right now. I think we're at a B plus or a B. I think we're at a B average right there. I mean, I don't want to get too technical here, but I'm pretty sure it's a B minus. Okay. Moving on. Owen. Hi, Owen. Offense. Checks. Congrats. Everyone generally knows how to draft some offense around here, and that's good to see. Your defense, like this is the specifics or an examples that Bolt Beam is a great candidate for this one. And when I say Bolt Beam, I mean Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, and your only Pokemon that can remotely take that on is Ferrothorn, which he kind of doesn't, but he can. I'm not going to say that he can't. So I'm going to give that automatically just the B plus Rooney, because that's good for me. Now, roll compression, you're looking pretty good. I can't deny it. Can't deny it. It's matchup dependent though, as to I say about the Bolt Beam situation. Ugh. And you might want some Rapid Spin. Actually, I don't know if you really care, because no, you got Indeedee. I mean, not that I'm sure what you're using Indeedee for Mega Latios. I see that. So you'd want some Rapid Spin for the fact that if you just hit defog, now you're ruining your own thing, if that's what you're going for. Kind of shit. And the speed though, speed's kind of slow, Owen. I don't know what I was thinking. Speed does not check. It's there. You got like fast Mons, kind of a very good things above 80 with speed boosts and shit, but like you need the boosts. So all I'm gonna say there is, so we're averaging a B plus. Moving on to Ionite. So this is a good one where, again, off the rip, off the top, offense and defense are just doing okay. Like, I mean, not doing just okay. Like they're like the, I'm passing you guys because you guys are like on paper pretty good. Actually, I take that back. The special side could have used some work. Physical side's okay, but the special side for defense is a little iffy. Roll compression 2. As we move forward, you have good options. Like, you got a lot of like, you got whirlwind under the taunt, another wide guard. Like, you got some good stuff, but it's locked. Like, you're gonna always bring rapid spin Donphan. That's just it. And he's gonna bring stuff rocks. I don't think I ever want to bring Defog on Scissor. Like, I can if I have to, but like, I never want to. I never want to. So on that note, yeah, apologies. We're gonna have to give the roll compression a B. You're averaging a B plus right now, but you're you're just averaging a B. As we move to matchup versatility, kind of with the role composition into matchup versatility, you're like, again, like the mons on the paper aren't bad, but it's the fact that Urshifu is either going to be locked into Scarf or a Trailblaze set like 99% of the time. Although the Ninetales barely runs speed EVs, but you're gonna like force it to because it's the only other thing that's over 100. And your only ground resist is Alolan Executor, which isn't that bad. But some combination that I'm just blanking on right now, I'm sure can freaking nail this because it is even Ghost. Like, Drapion doesn't want to hit the Ghost. Yeah, like I'm like a little worried about like if this is your matchup against this team with these scary mons, you're forced to put these Pokemon in these roles because you don't have a lot of options. So the opponent can expect this pretty well. Okay. Speed, you're kind of fucking slow though. Can't deny it. So we are averaging a B+. On to Otaviopps. Again, off the board, off the rip, off the grip shit. Offense chips. Defense is where it kind of falls under because Tapu Fini is your only special wall, and that can or may not be an issue depending on how you see that. Physical side's great. Can't put that, can't like make that seem bad or anything. Physical side's great. Roll compression. This one I think is actually better because you have a lot of options. You have one of the best leads. Or I don't know if it's lead, but like just one of the very best offensive pressure Pokemon of Mamoswine, Ice, Ground. Like, that's a dubious typing. So on that one, I'm actually gonna give your roll compression an A. Matchup versatility though, you might be the grand thing that actually might have the answer for Roaring Moon, because Roaring Moon doesn't want to touch Zapdos to get static and then has the chance to get paralyzed, because no one likes that. I like the Okay, wait, no. I'm sorry. Pause. Pause. I remembered I needed to say something about this. I like it like on like individually on like if you threw me these types individually and you just told me like this is what like your draft is made up of I would be like approve. But now you show me the Pokemon itself and now I'm like I don't know. Because why you have Tapu Fini next to Roaring Moon? Like you're just making him only use acrobatics. To my point being of whatever I said that like he's probably the only Pokemon that has a strong flying type move, but it's not even stab at that point. It's not even stab at that part. It's just a strong move at 110. So pause. Yeah. That's what I did want to say about this team. So matchup versatility is a B, just because I'm questioning some shit here. Speed's good though. Speed's good. I'll give you the A for the speed. So we are averaging, I think, A-. Monsoon. Sully. Honestly, my notes and how I look at it, every time I look at it, I don't have an issue with this team. And even more so now that your only issue is a fucking Roaring Moon for a flying type. It makes it even better for Skarmory because he resists everything and kind of doesn't. I mean, like he hates a knockoff, but like he doesn't die to knockoff. So, okay, this guy's team. I think I'm glazing him the most right now because this teacher found his teacher's pet. Wink, wink. This dude's great. Off the rip, off the board, I'm giving this dude A's. If you want to know what peak male draft performance is, go ask Sully because he clearly knows what he's fucking doing. Don't ask me because I don't know what I'm doing, but you can ask Sully because he knows what he's doing. This man is a star pupil. Offense is great. Everyone fucking brings something great to the table. His defense is also great. Because, like, I don't even think Mega Floette does what it does because it has 155 special attack, but being at 148 special defense and access to all of its fucking recovery moves, beautiful. Skarmory, access to all of recovery moves, beautiful. Snorlax, access to all of his recovery moves, beautiful. Sinistcha, beautiful. Chimic, beautiful. Roll compression, again, and we can go down this board. Great Tusk is the definition of a roll compression because I want spin on him because one spin away in a sunny day makes this guy a killing machine in any aspect. Like, he's great. Then that makes the sense of matchup versatility. He can have so much shit under his things. Like, I'm scared for this team. And then speed's fucking A because he has webs and everything. He controls the board. This is peak draft. All I'm gonna say. Up next is Jutun. Offense, checks. Defense, checks. He's got offensive, he's got screens, he's got access to shit, recovery, this, that, love it. Now, this is the few teams that he doesn't have any weather. He doesn't have any weather or terrain. So as we look in the roll compression, and we look at the moves, him having defog, I mean, not a single one of these fuckers wants to use defog. Kind of. I mean, I could put defog on Landorus. I could see that, I guess. But, like, it's kind of a waste of a move. He has 5 options, so half of his draft can defog. So it's not like he's like kind of stuck. He has like, okay, this guy needs all 4 moves for this. This guy needs all 4 moves for this. Okay, this guy, he only needs 3 moves. Defog. Easy. So I actually... I'm torn because I think I'm gonna give the the comp A, but the versatility a B, because the Pokemon end up kind of getting locked into certain positions when certain things become present. He has the glaring ice weakness, but there's not like it's like it's just like kind of there. It's not all there, it's just kind of there. Yeah, that's all I could say. Speed's A. He's got that shit together though. So you are averaging an A-, my friend. C.3YT. Now I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying shit right now. I'm getting my brain together now. Offense and defense. Shit checks off. Shit's both nice. Roll compression. This is where I can get picky, but I don't have to. You lack some things. Well, not really. Like, you have great things, but I don't know if I count Delibird as a real Pokemon with its base 330 stats. This dude has fucking 45 HP. So half of these moves are kind of questionable because I don't know how much you're going to bring Delibird. On top of that, only Iron Treads is stealth rocking and spinning. Yeah, I don't see Volcarona, Trampa, or Galarian Weezing using Defog. What is an issue here is that you don't have a ground weakness only if the team present isn't there. So I'm okay. I'm gonna go with a B for role composition and a B for matchup versatility for what I was going on to explain, because you have to make certain choices with like Galarian Weezing. He has Levitate, but also Misty Surge and Neutralizing Gas. So like you gotta be smart on like, oh no, I want to bring Neutralizing Gas to destroy the board, but now he's weak to ground. So that's one less. You know, it's like you're kind of it's kind of a thing right there. And actually, speed is kind of iffy because some of these are item locked. You have a quirk, yeah, but it's yeah. We got the B plus. We have Ahyer, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Offense checks. Everyone knows how to drop the offense, so I'm not gonna come out and bicker on you guys. This is where the defense becomes questionable, because you have I do remember seeing the draft, and this one was a very top heavy draft where you may have overspent some of the points on some of the Pokemon that were just left there. Like, that's the thing about when we draft with the tier rule, and everyone's got to make sure that they have specific Pokemon in each tier. Then that causes whatever bottleneck thing you want to describe for the idea that there'll be some crap left today that you can't afford or you just can't get because you got to abide by the rules. So in your idea that you thought that all of these were up for grab, but then it bites you in the butt afterward that you now have some lacking shit on the background, which then kind of just hinders your role composition and matchup versatility as a whole genre of things. Because I can't see you bringing Cottony, even less than Delibird. Delibird had 330, so I think you got something there, but Cottony has 280. So what are you going to attack with 27 attack and 37 special attack? Okay, but with all of that, you still got a B plus. You know, not too bad, not too shabby. Last but not least, never not least, we got Faked. This offense, the offense side checks. The defense side is kind of the lackluster portion here, because some of these Pokemon are just, they don't want to be brought bulky. They want to be brought. They want to be brought their full attack invested in whatnot. So defense is a B, sadly, but he does have the best starter lead, Nidoqueen. Biased, but that's the truth. Roll compression. This one's another one where you have Tapu Lele and not a rapid spinner. So, I mean, yeah, Mega Galate can definitely still benefit on the board on that shit, but you want to just always remove your terrain when you want to get rid of hazards. Like I can't dish you for the fact that you have hazard removal, but it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Okay, but match versatility actually is kind of good. I'm going to give you that DA. Like, your things do complement each other. I will admit that. They do complement each other in the least bit. It just doesn't feel the most put together. But sadly, speed is going to be where it hinders, because being 113 under 120... Yes, you can have scarfs and shit, but it's just like being so slow off the rip. It's just kind of harsh. Again, these is just all of my biased, unbiased opinions on Pokemon, because y'all asked for me to come back, and I am making my videos. So, thank you, Kyogre Draft, for tuning in. Hopefully it's not that long. This one's good. This one's better. And I will see you all next time. May the great matches begin.